Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nato, Samantha Perry with you as we wrap up a three-day racing week here in Hollandale Beach. Another, right now, beautiful day. A little steamy out there, but you can see blue skies overhead. 9 races for you, and back on yesterday, a pretty good day here. Another big performance by Big and Classy.
Yeah, huge performance.
So good right
yeah.
now.
It's exciting to watch him. Of course.
7 out of 8 he's now won, and that was a good feature that he won yesterday. Some 2-year-olds that we'll show you a little bit later in the lightning round. We talked about races that might horses moving forward, and we saw a couple of them yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
We really did. Maybe some future stars in the making.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, of course, today on the 9-race card, the Rainbow Six kicks off in race number 4, and $350,000 in the gross jackpot guarantee. I think it's officially gotten to be a big, big number. It's a tricky little sequence today, so I'll have a ticket and take a shot at it. But the early pick 5 kicks off in the opener here, 56 minutes to post. We'll take a look at my ticket here. Not a lot of scratches and really changes on the card that I think really had an impact on this card that much. We'll get to the opener in a second. Race number 2, top pick is the 2. She's a gift. Race number 3, 2-year-olds in that one as well. Top pick is the 9 to the outside, Bigly Deal. In race number 4, I think that's the good 2-year-old race today. The fillies, state-bred fillies here. Top pick is Mystic Lake. Safi had a good one yesterday. We'll see what Mystic Lake shows today. And in race number 5, my best bet of the day, Hey Paula, the 6-horse, second off the claim for Carlos David. That is a $36 ticket, but Samantha will get into the opener, and I'll let you take it away because we've got a replay to show of the 3, No Problem Joe, and I think that's a good starting off point, and we'll go from there.
He had a big problem here because look at what's happening. Strong Venezuela, getting out very badly on the turn, and the horse never made a decisive decision to go in or out. He was kind of stuck, and it was too late by that point. But look at how this horse ran on. I mean, to get strung out like that and then look like still you were gaming in. And it's almost kind of funny because once he that horse to his outside or inside, pardon me, was drifting him out. It was like he's almost started lugging in afterwards. It was like he lost his crutch there, but I think he can move up from this.
Yeah, only second career start last time, and Angel Morales knows him well. You get a little weight allowance too, and probably it's so early in the betting. It's probably foolish to speculate, but he's 9-2 on the morning line, and I think you're allowed to expect that. We do scratch the 6 here, but that was not a horse that was going to take a lot of money. So I think you might be on some value there. I went with Mayhem in the Palace. Eddie Plisa, second-time starter, maiden special weight dropper, albeit from Florida breds in with open company today. But he ran a little bit and then kind of flattened out. But maybe it was a means to an end to at least get a start now.
Exactly, and he cuts back the half furlong, and now he's trying the Tapeta. I feel like the Tapeta can kind of carry horses a little bit more. And Paralegal ran yesterday and actually ran okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Both have some interest in the 7. San Perdo for Antonio. Was necked out. The good was necked out on debut. Antonio never wins with first-time starters. Edgar Zayas is here. They're over 20% together. The bad is they timed that race with a sundial. So that means it was very, very slow.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I don't know.
I knew what a sundial is, but it took me a second to catch on to that.
I gotcha.
This horse finished right in front of No Problem Joe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's going to have to improve. I kind of feel like he's a little dressed up off of a race where not a lot of people did any running. Your horse had a lot of trouble.
And this other horse on the other hand didn't really.
No, going to have to run a lot faster today, I think. Early pick 4 time in race number 2. We'll go 1-turn mile on a fast main track. Let's golf clap to the crew here yesterday as well. The main track was fast by the end of the day.
Crazy.
It was remarkable.
It's amazing how quickly it dries out.
Yeah, without a doubt, and they do a tremendous job with it as well. 3-year-old fillies 4 and up here, which have never won 2. The tag is 62.50. Samantha's she does the early pick 4, so we'll let her.
Yeah, I do that one, right? I mean, we can switch if you'd like. You want to put me on late pick 4, but we actually have dueling best bets here. So on our finale, like our anchors of our legs, you've got the 6, I've got the 5. Yeah. So race number 2, I'm putting the 2. She's a gift on top, but I think this is a race that could be problematic, and I'm taking everybody but two horses. So race 3, a solid maiden special weight race. It's on the Tapeta. This is loaded here, and the 8 on top for me, My Great Illusion. And I loved seeing the change this morning when I opened up the late changes. He is gelding. Love to see that. Race number 4, the 3 on top, Hepburn for me, a Mystic Lake. Oh, those two, they're about the same, I think. Yeah. And in race number 5, Drinks on Me for me.
Really? That's your best bet?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Don't
That's
knock
good.
it till you.
No,
till you try
no,
it.
no, absolutely not. No, that will make for good TV here coming up in race number 5. But let's get back to race number 2 here. This is one of those one-turn mile races on the main track. We talk about it a lot. You want to be close.
Yeah.
You're on She's a Gift too. 1 for 22. You get what you get here with her, but
It's
you
that
know,
kind of race.
it's that kind of race. There you go. You said it. Take it away.
You take out the sloppy effort 2 starts back on, or a muddy effort on the 1 mile. It just completely put your finger over that race. It was not a fair testament to how this horse runs. In a spot like this horse is dangerous.
Yeah, and to her credit, we're going to eliminate the muddy race there, as Samantha said, and I can completely agree with. To her credit, she has been very consistent. I don't like 8 underneath finishes and 1 win.
Right.
She has been very consistent. She's got that speed we talk about, going the one-turn mile.
Yeah.
And, just maybe she's found her group.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Well, we've got the straight exact, the Cat's That Girl. Here's another reason why I think we both like her. Here's a horse like Cat's That Girl. First of all, she's never run on the main track, which is odd after 11 starts. She has no speed whatsoever.
No, and if you don't have any type of resemblance of speed on the Tapeta, she might be completely up against it. Now, on the other hand of that, I do like to say when horses are trying something new for the first time, they can really jump up. But the thing is it really new? You look at her workouts at Palm Meadows, and that can be a bit of a heavier track in the mornings. There's 1 bullet, 35 and 2, but if she's anything like she is in her races, I'm sure she was getting ridden along quite heftily to get that 35.
Yeah, and here's the other thing with her, too. We talked about this the other day with one of Jose D'Angelo's horses. She had been clicking along pretty good on the Tapeta, and she was a complete no-show last time at 9-2. And now she says, well, maybe we'll try the dirt here. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like.
Yeah. Do you feel like also with these Tapeta to dirt to Tapeta that it's almost more difficult for a horse going from the Tapeta to the dirt than the dirt to the Tapeta?
Oh, yeah, 100%, especially a horse like this. I mean, she runs the risk of getting completely run off her feet. Miguel's going to have to really get her involved early. She's 2-1 on the morning, or try to get her involved early. She's 2-1 on the morning line. And they're going to bet her. They probably, she's probably going to be something like that.
Yeah.
And that's a major underlay on a horse like this, trying something new for the first time.
Right.
Race number 3, 2-year-olds again. We had them yesterday. We've got them today as well. Like, I highly recommend going back and watching these races and see if you can suss something out, because there's a lot of talent in those races yesterday.
Yep.
I think today as well. These are open company maidens here. 2-year-olds. We're going 5 on the Tapeta. Very, very snappy. You are towards the outside. Here's a firster. Now, you picked this horse, obviously, long before you knew this horse was a gelding, so you're really amped up now.
Yeah, I am. A son of Get Stormy, like Brian mentioned, first time gelded.
He's not in your program, by the way. So take note of that.
Yeah, take note of that. That was a change that came in, and this is a change that I love. It's not, the works are so-so. It's not like they're jumping off the page. I like the outside post position here. This horse is a half to a horse named Outdated. He was just an overnight sprint stakes winner at Turfway Park, but still, I think that there's some speed in this pedigree here. Get Stormy, not my favorite producer, but the horse is on the Tapeta. If this is on the dirt, maybe I'd worry a bit more.
Yeah, but you mentioned at Turfway Park, so that's a synthetic stakes win.
Sorry, pardon me. I meant to say, what's the one in Arizona?
Oh,
Turf Paradise. That's what I meant. Sorry, not Turfway.
Okay.
Turf Paradise. That is my problem. But Victor has 2 in this spot. He did have 3, but the 2 comes out.
Right, the 2's out.
So it's hard to separate them. It
Yeah.
was more difficult when there's 3 of them, trust me.
Yeah, and she said the outside. I'm outside. I know you don't like all the way outside, but
No.
otherwise the 8 is a good post position. I'm going to go with the experience edge from Big League Deal. I thought this horse was a little interesting today. This might be my long shot. I got to make sure on that. Jorge Delgado has this horse up at Monmouth, 5-2 on debut. Chased, tired. We know you got to be really close. They fly on that turf course.
They do.
We see it time and time again up there at Monmouth. Chased and tired. Now we're back here down at Gulfstream Park. We get a little bit of a drop. I think that group is better up in Jersey. We get the start under our belt, and maybe, just maybe. Well, I don't mind the outside post because at least we have a run.
That's true.
That's all.
But I think that this horse was way overbet at Monmouth.
It's probably
Just
so with
because
those
of,
connections.
Yeah, with Jorge Delgado, he's been clipping at Monmouth in a big way. And Jorge Delgado also does not use Romero Mirage on his horses either. And this was a first-time starter. And they bet the horse. I'm not going to be... Actually, I will be surprised if this horse wins.
Okay. Well, he's got speed. I do like that. It's a race where you're allowed to just kind of try to come up with...
You're supposed to have different opinions here,
Exactly. And promptitude for Sano and Zayas. That's a good combination. But Antonio... Well, I will say this. The stat was like 1 for 52, I think. And he's up to 5%. So he's won with a couple of firsters of late.
Yeah, he has. It's kind of surprising because he does a lot of things right, and it's just 2-year-old firsters are not a big thing. This horse is a first foal from an unraced dam.
Yeah.
What I found weird about this is there are no gate works in the last month for this horse.
You'd like to see a few of them.
At least one.
Yeah.
So
Homebred for Tammy Bobo, simplification fame. We know this is a barn and an owner that have good horses.
Yeah.
Catch a Tiger is going to be, I don't know what they're going to, 7-2 on the line. They're going to bet him again, and I've got him in second. Impossible to trust. At 4-5 last time, he was not good at all. I don't know, maybe the blinkers.
This horse has had no excuse last time. And I'm one of the biggest fans of DJ Stable, but I can't imagine this horse would be in for a claiming tag maybe next time.
Yeah, I agree. This might be it with the blinkers going on. It doesn't look like this is the better of the two-year-old races,
That's
but
true.
still I would not want to take a short number again on that horse. So 3 down, 6 to go. Let's take a break here. When we come back, we kick it off with the 2-year-olds, the Rainbow Six, $350,000 in the gross jackpot guarantee.
And they're off.
My Racehorse has opened up a door for people that felt like that door would have never been opened for them.
We can all be owners and we can all get that excitement.
You can meet your horse through the different experiences and all of the events that My Racehorse puts together. You get that hands-on connection.
Whether you have $50 or $500, everyone that joins My Racehorse gets that experience of a lifetime.
I love My Racehorse. Let's go.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. Beautiful day here. Fast main track, and we kick off the Rainbow Six in race 4 on that fast main track. 2-year-old state breds going at it here. The fillies, 5.5 furlongs. We'll take a look at my ticket. This looks like a productive race going forward. So we'll get to it in a second. My best bet of the day, Hey Paula, in race number 5, going against Samantha. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
In race number 6, back-to-back 4 deep here. The 5, Gustav in race 6. That's got Alexander Helios at half to Rombauer. That's a fun spot as well. Race number 7. Here's my long shot, excuse me. Pluma Roja. Right back for me, going against Samantha's angle. But right back with Pluma Roja in race number 8. Alex's Strike on top for me. Let's see if we can turn the tables on Hard Bell in an exciting rematch. And then in race number 9, number 7 for me on top, Demurely. And we're going to show you Demurely and Noble Dreamer going at it as well. That is a 51-20 ticket, and I got to be honest with you, when I first sussed it out, it was a lot more expensive than that. This is a tricky sequence. I did want to use both Hard Bell and Alex's Strike equally. I didn't necessarily think that was the right idea for a ticket like this, so I went with the outside post position off the claim. But this is a $51.20 ticket, and I think this is a sequence today that could be very, very fruitful. So let's get into it now. We'll take a look at race number 4, Mystic Lake. And I know you didn't pick Mystic Lake. I did, but I want you to talk about her because you're going to talk everybody through the workout here.
Yeah, and I've been really impressed so far with the Motowns. I think that once they Motown wasn't my favorite horse, admittedly, but
Tony D, right?
yeah,
Tony,
but this is a horse that she sold for $130,000. C2 Racing Stable has this horse. This is a solid work for this horse. Now, she's on the outside here. Our Awesome Sauce is just so-so, but this Mystic Lake was always going better, always traveling better. They're making the horse kind of run on the inside, and Mystic Lake just really keeps going. If you just watch a little bit further in the work, you see the horse just gallop out even better. Everything about this horse says that she's ready.
Yeah.
She's fit. She'll be very, very tough to beat.
Paid a big number for her
Yeah.
as well as a 2-year-old. The Motowns are going $5,000 sire, and they paid
Exactly.
$130 for her. Safi debuted one yesterday that hummed right along, and Mystic Lake. That was a very impressive. She never really got out of third gear.
Exactly,
there either.
yeah.
Was always a month better than her stablemate there. You've got Hepburn on top for Arundel. They've done so good. This is a dialed in. They've really done good with the Brethrens, but dialed in has proven to be a very good sire as well. And this horse, it looks like could run a little bit.
I hope so. And what I do like about this horse is, although a bulk of the works have come from the Arundel farm, look at this work leading up to the race. She
Yeah.
got to work over the track,
track.
and in the just working over this track just makes such a big difference. And she worked from the gate, the start before that. So I feel like this horse could have an edge just because of that. Just there's something to be said for horses that are already on the track and training locally here. I don't know what we'll get. I think Mystic
Yeah.
Lake is the filly to beat.
Yeah.
But I think Hepburn, maybe she could upset. I'll be punching this exacta. How about that?
You know, and we're going to show it in the lightning round. Haunted ran very well yesterday, but you could tell she probably just needs a little more ground.
Right,
Big,
exactly.
large filly, and you know, it's a means to an end. I said that before, but now you move on, so maybe that could be Hepburn today. There's a lot else going on here. Dave Brady's got a $500,000 horse, the 2 at 20 on the line. Else Gift is down inside for Jose D'Angelo. I've got the 7 next on stage. Second time for Eddie Plisa, who debuted a good one yesterday.
Yeah.
This is a serious race, and Samantha will be able to turn her shoulder there and get a look at them as they come behind us. Let's go to race number 5 now. Kicks off the late pick 5, 5.5 on the Tapeta as well. And fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up here. The tag is 10 down to 8. Late pick 5. We'll take a look at her ticket.
Yeah, and this is interesting because it's my start and my anchor to my early
Very
pick
important
4.
race, yeah.
Yeah, this is it. So it's drinks on me for me. And they might be on me if I can beat Brian's best bet. Race 6, just too deep, but the 5 on top, Gustav for Jenna Antonucci. Race number 7, the 1 ambushed on top for me. And in race number 8, just too deep, the 6 on top, that is Alex's Strike. I like this horse cutting back to sprinting. And in the finale, I feel like this is a race that could blow up some things, but demurely on top for me. It's $18. Punch it a couple times. Maybe if Brian can see how good of a salesman he is, convince me to put on Hey Hey Paula. I might just do that and double a ticket. Might.
All right, well, you go first. Ladies first. I'll let you talk about Drinks on Me. The good news for you is there's absolutely no way Drinks on Me could be 8-5. My horse might be 6-5. Okay?
Yeah.
This is no way.
So
So you get a better price than I think.
yeah, that's good, and I'm drawn to the outside of hers, which is even better. I think that this is a mare that she has been so consistent in every single barn she's been in. She's 8 years old, and she just clips all. She loves to win. She's got 16 wins. This is incredible. And each barn wins with her, which means she's, 1, low maintenance, 2, she's sound and she's happy. Yeah, when these barns claim her, there are like some breaks in between some of the races here, but she just runs so hard. And that Barbara race last time, I don't know where Barbara
She's
came.
good all of a sudden.
Barbara is really good. Barbara is the boss around here right now in this division, and she just kind of chased the heels of that horse. But I think she was just kind of pressed a little bit earlier, possibly with this outside post position. She could maybe give her a breather.
Okay, well, she's going half a furlong farther today. She's away from Victor Barboza. I'm not, no disrespect to Fred LeBeau at all, but
Right.
Victor is as good as there is around
That's
here.
fair.
And this is a barn that hasn't won a race this year. And oh, by the way, Hey Paula beat her last time.
Okay.
And she's going to like a half a furlong a lot more.
Right.
Now, Hey Paula's going to be, she has to be a huge favorite in here. She can't be anywhere near 3-1. She gets to Carlos David last time, and she blows way up. And Carlos is potent off the claim, and he's also, let's take a look at the stat now. He's also really good second off the claim as well. So there's not going to be a dip here. Second off the claim, this is just all told, okay? The Tapeta, I will say this, the Tapeta stat is not as flattering, but we're all getting used to the Tapeta, so that doesn't bother me in the least. He's 30% second off the claim, and this horse, I don't care what numbers you want to use. First off the claim for Carlos last time, she improved several lengths. And now I think the extra half furlong, your horse is going to have to deal with some speed. Oaxaca's not letting anybody go down inside. Check the Grade is a long shot. I want to mention Check the Grade. First mount here for Anthony Thomas, who's a 3-time champion Jamaican rider that is going to be over here. So that's exciting to see. I just feel like Drinks on Me she might be poised for a little regression today. She was 2-1 last time, by the way.
Hey Paula, though. You look at her running lines and you watch her races. Off slow, hit gate, hesitant start. That is not something you want to see.
No, I don't disagree with that.
Horses, when they tend to kind of break slow like that, it's usually another issue is starting to kind of bubble towards the top here. And it's like, all right, okay, we're going. I'm not saying she can't win, because she can't. But for me, this is a horse that you see it right in front of you. You see it in her replays that when they're not wanting to break like that, something's going on.
Yeah. Solaire was, I don't disagree. Sometimes it starts to becoming more the rule than the exception.
Right.
So I'm with you there. Solaire was, I don't know why she would turn the tables on either of them.
No.
She was behind Hey Paula and Drinks on Me last time. When I can guess right with Ronaldo Richards, I will let you know, because it's about over 3 weeks.
If the 6 or the 7 don't win, I just mean, there's a 90% chance that both of our horses that we chose on top will not win. It'll just be blown up by somebody random.
Those are the two. I don't think there's any doubt. Those are the two. Late pick 4 time in race number 6. We don't need to show my ticket. It's a run back of the Rainbow, and I'll certainly tweet it out. This is a fun race. This is a maiden special weight on the Tapeta. We'll go 1 mile and 16th here. 3-year-olds and up. We land on the same horse. It's a little surprising to me.
Yeah.
I thought this was a spread kind of race. Actually, look at this. We've got the same super, which is very surprising, because this race is not as quote-unquote easy as we're trying to make it out to be. Gustav's second off a very, very long layup. Second time for a Belmont winning trainer, Jenna Antonucci. I feel like Gustav is going to move forward in a big way today, right?
I think this horse is one that just needed some fitness in him.
Yeah.
He's a colt still, so he kind of can be a bit extra. He could be a bit fleshy. Cindy Lou, who comes out of that race, and look, Red Tiara ran good yesterday. So I just think, like you said it best, this horse should take a step forward.
Yeah. Now, if you want to nitpick a little bit, that was the race. We've talked about this race a lot. Cindy Lou Who, by the name, that's a filly. So there were half the field was fillies that day, and lost to her, but he's got to take a big step forward. And quite honestly, the race he ran last time, that might actually put him right there with this group regardless.
Exactly. So if he moves forward a couple points,
100%. Yeah, I think he's really the one that can be bet today in this spot. And if we can get, he's not going to be 8, but Alexander Helios is an exciting horse. I want to take a look at the stat for Safi Joseph Jr. It's not like an overwhelming stat, but it's first time Tapeta routing, and so he's 24%. It's a big sample. I mentioned this earlier. So not only the attention for Alexander Helios is that he's a half to Rombauer, but the other thing I want to mention is that also makes him a half to Rombeek. I got to get the name right. I can't pronounce the name. Who won twice here on Tapeta for Safi.
Oh, yeah.
So that is beneficial to Alexander Helios.
Yes, and he needed the race. He was pretty heavy last time, but of course he was. Look at how long he had been off, and it's not like Savvy wasn't training on him. He
Right.
was, but they just need that race fitness sometimes. And he's kind of a bigger, grindier horse, so the 2 turns should help.
Yeah.
Should help.
Yeah, he can move forward too today. Jenna's got high stakes as well, so she's got a couple of them.
Yeah.
That's certainly in the mix as well. Caspian Sea, not sure about that one for Safi. That's the firster from the outside draw, routing to Peta, easier
Yeah.
said than done. Race number 7, mile and 70 on the Tapeta. 3-year-olds are 4 and up, which have never won 2. The tag is 8. This is my long shot, but I'll let you start it off. No surprise you don't have my long shot in here because he won last time. Oh, wait, your long shot, right? North Carolina?
Yeah.
Go. Okay.
Okay, North Carolina. This horse has not been that great as of late, and that's fine with me because this horse has shown speed in the past. Now, I get it. That was with Jorge Delgado. What are you going to get here? The Prescott Downs races back in late October, they're solid races. Now, okay, be devil's advocate and say, well, this horse here on the Tapeta has had 2 starts and has finished nowhere, but I think this horse is trending towards a right path now. That race, going the 1 mile, 1-turn mile on the dirt, Dream of Blessings, Il Malandrino, Danley, those are horses that ran yesterday and ran well. That's a tough level to be at
Sure.
in the 1-turn 1 mile on the dirt.
Yeah, I agree. And he showed speed, and he's probably getting back to at least what he does best. And he's going to be a square price.
He will.
Listen, I'm not fighting you at all on him. And this is a race where you're allowed to look for a price. I don't know. We do have 2 scratches, the 6 Gunman, the 9 Tepper. Gunman was 4. Gunman was 15. Tepper was 4. So everybody's coming down a little bit. I don't know what I was going to get on Pluma Roja. He's the type of horse where you love him or you hate him. You seem to hate him a little bit. Okay, so he stretches out on Tapeta last time, and he just blows way up, 18-1, and he wins for fun. Lasix went on that day. I'm just going to take that race like it was. That's what's going to happen again.
Do you remember what happened that race?
Well, there was a lot going on. I get it, but
Like the horse,
I get it.
the horse had to win.
I understand, but
There was, like Brian said, to say the least, there was a lot going on
Right.
in that race.
he moved way forward with Lasix,
I see your point. That's fair.
so I'm coming back to him. And
Okay.
he might be a price in here, square price.
Yeah.
Who else you want? I don't know. You want ambushed?
You're gonna get it in the office today. I just
Race number 8, late double time here, 6.5 on a fast main track. Alex's Strike and Hard Bell are going at it again. Let's take a quick look at the replay. Can show you what's going on here. We have the same order here, and kind of for obvious reasons. We're off the claim for Jose D'Angelo, and we're outside Hard Bell, and that's huge, I think.
it is huge, and I never liked Little Juanito in this spot.
I didn't have him. I had him further down.
I know. I thought that this horse might get bet. So, but Alex's Strike, this is a horse that's better sprinting. Hard Bell just kept on keeping on, and I think that now that we're cutting back, even though it's just a half furlong, that helps.
It's a huge help, and I think the post position is a huge help as well. We're off the claim for Jose D'Angelo. Those, to me, are definitely the 2 in there, and we've got it pretty, we've got it exactly the same. Race number 9, 5.5 on the Tapeta to wrap things up today. 3-year-old fillies are 4 and up, which have never won 3. Our tag is 12-5, down to 12. We both have the 7, Demurely on top, who tangled with the 3, Noble Dreamer last time, and we can show you what's going on here as well.
Yeah, they tangled for sure. They did, and this is. You see Demurely here. This horse was not in an ideal position on the rail last time. Demurely, I thought, ran a better race. Now, Noble Dreamer, I do want to say this about Noble Dreamer. Noble Dreamer kind of got stopped by the 6 Heir to the Roar there. I think that made the difference between 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I just think Demurely is in a pretty good spot today. The form has been pretty consistent. The bump in the road 2 back, I think we can excuse a little bit.
Yeah.
Like this post as well. And, from there it gets a little trickier. I put Island Magic. If nothing else, he usually fires and runs okay. So I put him in 2nd. Certainly Noble Dreamer, as you just saw there, is in good form too. So No knocks with him. It seems like a spread race to end the
Yeah,
card.
Heir to the Roar. What did that horse end up finishing yesterday? What did she?
She was not super high.
Okay,
up
I just
there.
was
Yeah.
curious. Yeah, that was the race they're coming out of.
Yeah, exactly. So, maybe to tread a little lightly.
Yeah.
It does seem like a spread race. Lightning round time before we leave you. First and foremost, you probably got to look at it out there while we've been running a few races. You can see it, but turf is sooner than later, I think, and we can show you a quick video and picture, and they're going to put some more down tomorrow. Looking great out there. So obviously it's a work in progress, but it is underway, which is great news. And they're going to extend it a little bit too this year.
Yeah, they're bringing it out a few feet. It's looking fantastic, and kudos to them because they have been up against it with the weather as of late. We've gotten so much rain. I know that they've had a lot of bumps in the road with that, but these guys are working so hard.
Yeah.
I got to give them credit because they look tired.
Summer in South Florida is not easy on
No.
when you're doing that kind of job. So kudos to them, and it's so exciting to see it now, finally taking shape, and always looking ahead in this game, and sooner rather than later on turf.
Oh, yeah.
Best bet for you. We know it. We've already talked about it.
Drinks
Good
on me.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in the same race next door to her with, hey, Paula, your long shot.
I think we're in the same race again. The two, North Carolina in race 7.
Pluma Roja in race 7 for me. And this is what we alluded to yesterday.
Yeah.
Looking Rosie was doing all sorts of that for Safi. Our Harper's Rose absolutely just bottomed out the field here.
Oh, yeah. This was a run, and we knew she was fast. We all watched her walk up on the horse path and said, "Phew, this thing is a sprinter," and she showed up in a big way. Rich Averill's daughter must be excited.
Yep. Watch Haunted stride out here, too. She won't be a maiden for long.
No, and she was on the wrong lead there,
Yep.
too. So the race experience will help once they start stretching them out a bit longer.
Breaking from the rail as well.
It's
and
tough.
And when we get going with these sire stakes, we're going 6 furlongs next time. And I'm not saying our Harper Rose won't do the same thing at 6. My point is the precociousness starts to wear off a little bit. A horse like Haunted catches up in a hurry, I think.
Yeah, and she'll sharpen up from that.
Yep, without a doubt. 9 of them on tap for you today. We'll send it upstairs to Pete Aiello. He's got the scratches and changes for you. We'll be back for the opener very shortly.